Hello and welcome back to Around the World. I'm Annette Young. Let's take a look at what's making headlines this hour. Both Washington and Moscow calling for an emergency UN Security Council meeting as more than 1,000 people are killed in clashes in Syria. The Syrian leader vowing to hunt down the perpetrators of the violence between loyalists of deposed President Assad and forces backing the country's new Islamist rulers. Also, Israel has ordered all of Gaza's electricity supply to be cut off in an effort to pressure Hamas into releasing those remaining Israeli hostages still being held in the territory. And Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky arrives in Saudi Arabia as talks between the US and Ukraine are set to be held this week. US Secretary of State Marco Rubio is heading there as Donald Trump decides whether or not to back off on the current freeze in military and intelligence support to Ukraine. But we begin in Syria, where close to 1,000 people have been killed in the last 4 days. Most of those victims were civilians caught up in fighting between the country's new Islamist rulers and loyalists of Syria's deposed President Bashar al-Assad in coastal regions. Those coastal areas being the heartland of the Alawite faith, an offshoot of Shia Islam to which the Assad clan belongs. In the meantime, both Washington and Moscow have called on the UN Security Council to meet behind closed doors later this Monday to discuss worsening violence in the country. Antonia Kerrigan has more.